The ocean rains upward. The sky comes down, dragging the clouds. The steam camouflages with that of the sewer. Traveling among stray one-eyed dogs.
First, I was watching it and I thought that, oh, this is going to be some glum, gothy, depressing thing. But you end up turning it around and having a point to it all. A lot of times filmmakers, artists just want to be dreary for the sake of being dreary and gothy. But this, yeah, like I said, this film, it showed us the darkness so we could talk about the light. And great title because it really came in. But yeah, it was, again, I love it when filmmakers have limited resources and they're able to get a story done. They're able to get a piece done, and you did that here. Really nice use of Mid-Journey. I know you're in version 3 there. I recognize that. I use it every day myself. I like people seeing, using the latest tools to get the job done. So great work.
I really love the sound of the rain and the thunder right off the bat in the beginning. Just beautiful visuals of the ocean and the rain in the city with the clouds. Interesting poem and narration was done very well. I think that AI artwork can be used for a good purpose and can be really well done and beautiful and different and unique. And I like this a lot. This was, to me, a great example of that.
Stunning images with so much detail, just like indescribably beautiful. And the words that went along with it were just gorgeous. A perfect pairing. And I also need to give a huge shout out to the sound design of this as well, because there was so much attention to detail. The fish, you could hear them kind of like flapping around in the water, splashing around, I should say. And when the rocket ship was going off, you could hear the voice of the narrator kind of being muffled, and then you hear that high pitched frequency that happens after there's a loud noise. There was so much attention to detail. This was just really masterfully done.
The whole story is told through these like incredible stills or like generated images, or just these stills, these really incredible stills. And I think the film is enhanced by these really interesting effect that is put over the stills, whether that's like the lightning that comes through or the hearts on top when it's talking about the algorithms, or the inserts of like black between the pictures to simulate like shutters. And I think that all of these like effects and the music are really additive to the story, and they really give it a lot of texture. And so I thought that was a very interesting style of this short.
It's a kind of circle of life and the circle of everything, and this kind of idea that within that circle you kind of have to have destruction, you have to have death, you have to have all of these things for the continuation of life, for the continuation of the cycle continuing. That you can't just have an abundance, you also need to have the flip side of that. And I thought that the way they kind of worked this with kind of starting off with introducing kind of smaller ideas, and then like squished bees, and introducing the death, introducing the kind of convenience floating with plastic, and with the human on human acts of violence. And I really liked that they kind of introduced all of these what are destructive moments and destructive ideas and concepts in a really beautiful artistic way, and then kind of following it up at the end with the more uplifting, the rainbows and the kind of clearness after the storm. And I liked that they ended on the positive note and they ended on hope.
Very visually compelling, vast in its variety. It feels like this was AI created. I think before I referred to it as CGI, but the more I learn about I think I wonder if these images were generated that way. But yeah, it makes you think about how many sources of light there are. The images are artistic. It feels like a painting or a photograph, but enhanced. So I think maybe these are images created by AI sources. Um, and they aren't real, but they look real. Like these are images taken from a world that is in the near future, and that's what makes this really compelling visually.
A story about darkness of humanity, but the takeaway is to let the light in. If you listen carefully to the lyrics of the song, you'll hear the musician saying, "In the darkness, please light my way." Even when all the images are very colorful, the subject matter is morbid. The humans are distorted, but the creepiness is still somewhat peaceful and serene. There is a lot of graphic design and digital illustrations that I quite enjoyed. We see wildlife fall apart, the end of what was life. Humans trying to prevail, but fail. Fires, lots of fires. There's a quote that really resonated with me. Time trapped in glass no longer exists, but because time became the glass. Because our time is so fragile and goes by so quick, and it's something we don't value and appreciate. Human carelessness, children being the only innocent ones, it's all common themes in human life.